So, in order of importance, I have two new updates for you. Number one, as you can see, I have closed the door and you don't see my beautiful scarves because it's freezing. So I've closed the door and put the heating on. It's so cold. Oh my god, I'm gonna freeze. Man, I hate January. It's so bad. Anyways, number two, we are unbeaten in Champions League. After 4 games, out of which we played Liverpool and Arsenal. And we even beat AC Milan. What? Hi guys, MrSpaceman reporting for duty and welcome back for another episode of my FM24 save with Partizan Belgrade. Now, I don't know how long we can remain unbeaten in the Champions League, especially considering that we still have Barcelona and Bayern to play. But to be fair, so far so good. Every single one of these draws has gotten us 700k and a win has gotten us 2 million. We are doing exceptionally well with our finances. And we're doing exceptionally well in the league, considering the fact that we drew with Ferencvaros, the team that I attributed them to being the only team that we can 100% beat, which we did not. We drew 2-2. We managed to beat Milan 2-1 with a goal from Matej Popovic and Marko Stamanic before Rangers. How do you say that name? Reinders? Reinders? If I have any Dutch viewers, tell me how to pronounce it. He scored in the 45th minute, and after that, nothing else happened. I mean, even taking a look at their stats, we did not get lucky. 18 shots, 10 on target, 2.85 XG, and none of them was a penalty. We didn't have a penalty goal at all. Versus 12 shots, 5 on target, and an XG of 0.77. So you could argue that we should have scored 3, and they should have scored 0. I mean, technically, I guess if you're rounding up, we should round theirs up, but it sounds better. A 3-0 against AC Milan in our very first season in the Champions League. I'm the GOAT. I mean, in terms of who they played, that's pretty much their best squad. They had Hernandez, they had Kalulu, they had Magnan, they had Reinders, they had Loftus-Cheek, they had Okafor, they had Giroud. I mean, their squad looks nice. Leao didn't play. He wasn't even on the bench. Maybe he was injured. Tomori didn't play. Okay, so maybe they rotated the squad. Maybe they didn't trust in us. Where's Pulisic? Oh, he's here. I went to look for all the other stuff, like maybe they sold him. No, they just didn't play him. Maybe he didn't fancy going to Serbia. But yeah, we followed that up with a 0-0 draw against Liverpool, which once again, we had more shots than them and we had more possession. Yes, it was at home, so maybe that was something that had an influence to it. Our fans are the best. You guys rock. We did have a goal disallowed, and to be fair, so did they. When they scored the 92nd minute, my heart, I thought I was going to die. But Liverpool played an okay team. This, 100%, is I think their best team they can do unless they sign someone incredible. Alisson, Van Dijk, Konate, Arnold, Robertson, Thiago, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Salah, Diaz, and Nunes. I don't know what happened. Are we good? I mean, we are taking on Red Bull Salzburg and Anderlecht, which I think are not on the same level as Liverpool and AC Milan, but we are playing both games away, and our kind of away form maybe is not the best. Maybe we are very much influenced by being a home and a home fans. But we'll see how it goes. We're going on a trip to Europe, which will be absolutely incredible. And hopefully, we can improve our positions. I mean, so far so good. We're 17th in the group. I think anything crazy going on at the bottom. Napoli has lost 3 games. Oh my god, they lost 3 games out of 4. Atletico Madrid has lost 2 games and drawn 2. I mean, this could change very, very quickly. I think last time we played Arsenal and Milan, I think Chelsea was all the way at the bottom, and then they managed to win 2 games. So it's as easy as this. We can just go on a massive loss streak and end up nowhere near the European stages. It'd be nice if we were in the Europa League. I'll be very, very happy. But again, we are probably aiming for the bottom parts. But who knows? If we are on 12 points, that could put us in a very, very healthy position. And that would be absolutely amazing. I mean, I guess it's also important to catch you guys up on what has happened in the league. We are currently still doing an incredible job. I think we've won every single game this season. Yes, we have. It looks like it. But our first game was against Javor, where we managed to score 3 goals. Alilovic was on the score sheet and Saldania with a double. And in a funny update, Zoran Alilovic had his first cap for the Serbian national team. So in the game against Germany, where Serbia has lost 2-0, we've had 2 players making their debuts. First of all, Stankovic, who, to be fair, didn't have the best game, started at right back. And I think maybe he's going to be the future right back for Serbia. Look, I said a few episodes ago that he is going to be the man that maybe plays with Amiri. They take turns. I don't know. It looks like it's working. Serbia national team agrees. Maybe I should do that more. He's had a bad game. And also, like I said, Alilovic has made his debut. Didn't really contribute Very bad game. Fair enough. Germany is a good team. However, the second game was against the Netherlands, and Serbia performed a little bit better. A 3-0 victory against the Netherlands. Stankovic playing at right back, Stankovic scoring his first goal, and Stankovic. And then you proceed to do this as you are 3-0 ahead on the right-hand side, defending against Gakpo, who had nowhere to go. You do something like this. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he's just not used to being as a right back. Maybe we need to play more. It could be my fault. Maybe it's my fault. But he got a straight red for destroying Gakpo. De Jong was standing over him. Very, very disappointed. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, you will realize that this is something I do. I go on random tangents and jump all over the place. And if it's something you like, hit the like button. And even maybe subscribe to the channel. Maybe. We do a lot of cool stuff here. So yeah, join the club. But yeah, the next cool stuff that we have done is destroy Čukarički 5-0. We always destroy Čukarički. They end up being like the top 3, top 4 team in Serbia. And it's always them that I destroy 5-0. Last season was like 7-0. Now it's 5-0. Basic on the score sheet. Kanute, Alilovic, even Dusan Milovanovic, the young striker himself. He looks to be like the Stanic replacement from ye olde days. He is a bit shorter. Not as good in terms of leadership. But he argues with officials. So he's a hearty boy, isn't he? But yeah, he's doing well so far. I mean, 6 appearances, 2 goals. And both coming in the league against not the weakest sides. He's also listed as a hot prospect for us, which is a little bit annoying because we have 7 players playing and he has to compete against Popovic, he has to compete against Saldania, he has to compete against Kraso, and he has to compete against Mojanta. Poor kid, but I hope he develops. Next game, 2-1 against AC Milan. I have talked about it enough. It's a beautiful win. I am extremely happy with this. But we moved on and drew 1-1 with Mladost. I think the boys were celebrating. Although, to be fair, if you look at these match stats with this XG, you can kind of understand that we got almost defemed. They had 1 shot on target. They scored 1 goal. Somtrovic did not do a good job. 4 XG, 1 missed penalty. Popovic thankfully coming up clutch and saving us. But Mladost shouldn't have gotten anything. I think they lined up and they wanted to park the bus. Don't trust this formation. Don't trust. They didn't go forward at all. And yet, 1-1. So we managed to beat Textlash 3-1 in the cup. Not a bad performance. The squad was kind of rotated. We got Samtrovic, Chuk, Filipovic played at centre back. I do weird stuff. Stankovic played Bazdar, Dorovic, our 16-year-old kid, Dusan Milovanovic, who scored once again, Zoran Alilovic, and Darko Jankovic on the score sheet as well. Quite a rotated side. We beat Radnički 2-0 once again. Filipovic on the score sheet and Bazdar with a penalty. The beautiful result against Liverpool 0-0. Very happy with that. Moving on to beat Textlash once again 4-1 with a hat-trick from Samet Bazdar, who unfortunately, because we signed so many good players, and unfortunately because, you know, Saldania didn't get injured, he's not been playing much, but he scored 3 goals. Maybe I need to play him more. And finally, Sofanat Mojanta scored another goal, this time with a penalty. I want more from him. So last game was against Radnik. We scored in the 6th minute. Forgot that we actually needed to bother to play. And I think it's now time to play RB Salzburg. So this is the team we're going to have for today's game. Yeah, so this is what we're going to be running with today. Pretty much exactly the same formation. We are used to it. This is exactly what you're going to see. We're going to have Jovanovic in goal. Stamenic is a little bit tired, but at the same time, he wants me to play him more, which is weird because he's very tired very often. So I have to rotate him, but he's annoyed that he's not getting star player treatment, which is same with Basic. It's weird. It annoys me. But yeah, Stamenic and Markovic in the back two, Antic, Stankovic, and Amiri on the right-hand side. Basic and Kanute in the midfield. Kanute, I think, is a little bit better than Belic, which it hurts. He didn't develop as much as he did in the previous universe, but he's okay for now. Alilovic, just because he got a cap for the Serbian national team, gets the nod ahead of Kraso. Saldania on the right-hand side, and up front it's going to be Popovic, because he's scoring a lot, and also because Mojanta, where is he? Is a little bit tired. So maybe he'll come off the bench and do some magic there. I hope you guys are excited. We're playing away. We're playing in Austria. So not a home game for us. We don't have the advantage. So the Red Bull Salzburg team has Hwang Chan, has Kanate, has just Hangbash. And they have, to be fair, that's a nice little starting lineup. That's not bad. You know, a lot of these players are kind of better known. Obviously, they're going to be the best team in Austria because I don't think they have a next team that's even capable of competing with them. Just because the amount of money they have. Obviously, Red Bull has lots and lots of money. And I think the next team is not as big in terms of budgets. Although, I read an article where apparently no one goes to their games. And instead, they go for the other Vienna teams. They're based in Vienna, right? I'm not making that up. Basically, yeah, apparently they're not very well liked. And hopefully that will come and help us. Maybe we can have a home atmosphere at an away game. Can we do that? The stadium looks kind of packed. I don't know if you can actually see. Yeah, it looks quite packed. It doesn't help that sometimes like the seats are white and the fans are wearing white shirts, so it's kind of hard to see as the ball comes in and Konate scores a first goal. Or Konate scores his first goal. His 6th goal for the club this season. That was a very, very simple and easy goal. I didn't expect that. It came kind of out of nowhere with the first proper highlight on the 15th minute. Who did not put his foot in properly? It was Stamenic. 23 minutes in and we haven't had a single proper highlight. And not only that, we didn't have any shots or attempts. So what is going on as Konate hits one of our players, as Morgalia does absolutely nothing. Markovic does put a block in. We need to do something better as we are on the breakaway. Hopefully we can have a player. Who's that running through? Alilovic plays beautiful 1-2. Ooh, that's a beautifully worked 1-2 with Saldania. Amiri finds himself in lots of space. Can he put a nice cross in? He fakes it. Finds Saldania. 1-1 with the keeper. And Saldania, beautiful goal. That is a beautiful counter-attack. And the ref is going to review it for an offside. He may have been fractionally offside. If it was, it looked fractional to me. What's the VAR gonna say to this one? Goal awarded. Okay. That is absolutely incredible. What a beautiful breakaway. We're not really known for this. We're known to be the team that kind of, we are playing on the front foot. We don't counter. That's a beautiful fake by Amiri. Saldani makes a beautiful run. Ivušević tried to do a hockey keeper block. And thankfully for us, that didn't really work out. How close was offside? Yeah, that was nowhere near close. Why did you put your flag up? So the first half is done. And we haven't really created much. As you can see, we have just a bit more possession than Salzburg, which is unexpected. We control possession versus Liverpool, so why can't we do the same thing against you guys? So I think we do need to make some changes in terms of, not really sure of personnel, though Kanute and Basic are not doing too well, which maybe I could try and swap Kanute for something different. I mean, Alilovic is also not having the best of games, so I might actually put on Kraso. Yes, he hasn't been doing particularly well for me, but he's a better quality player, so maybe he can contribute in that position as well. In terms of playing out the back, I am curious if maybe we just need to speed up the play a little bit. If we can't control the play, let's move it a little bit faster. And by faster, I mean, yeah, slightly shorter, slightly higher. We have good passers now. And I wonder if we should try and remove the overlap or underlap and set to an overlap. Just basically let Amiri have more of a run in, play with Saldania, interact like that. I think maybe they're packing the midfield too much and we're just putting more players in. And maybe we're not good in those areas. I don't know. But I think this will be the things that we do. Hopefully the second half is going to be a bit better. Can't wait to show you guys that it's 4-1 to them in about 20 minutes. Konate is going to drive through the box, find Jahangbash once again. Konate, still no one marking him, takes a shot. And thankfully Kiergaard does not get there quick enough. Because otherwise that would have been an empty shot. And Konate... Kraso, why? I love it when players do that. Even in real life football, when they foul someone who's like on the wing and has nothing to do, they do this weird thing where they foul them. Why? Just let them do nothing with the ball. We're now on the 70th minute and nothing else has happened. So let's take up Popovic, put Moinata up front, maybe take off Basic for Lukovic. And I think with that, who else is not having a best game? Nikola Antic is not doing a good job, I think. So maybe, is Filipovic injured? No, Filipovic isn't. Let's put Filipovic on this side. Maybe do I take off Kanute? Yeah, let's add some more legs in the midfield. Let's give Belic a chance to impress us. I'm gonna go cheeky here and try to put Kraso on the wing. Maybe that's the thing, because the more wider we went, the more it worked. So I wonder if that's something we should go for now, because we have had better possession, although it's equaled out again. It's weird. I don't understand why this happens. They are having a nice overlap as Dedic runs on the left-hand side. Is anyone going to get to him quick enough? We kind of do, as Kiergaard finds himself lots of space, and a beautiful save by Ivanovic. He has finally come up clutch and made a beautiful save. 74th minute. If that goes in, we panic. We absolutely panic. Yikers, man. We're not doing good at all. I'm not really impressed with the way we're playing. We're being dominated for now. Let's go more attacking. I don't want a draw. I want the win. We need a win. They're playing narrow. They realize that this is the way to go. And they have, once again, they're stretching our defensive lines. I'm going to ignore that. I wonder, do we just switch to counter? It seemed to work that one time. Maybe we need to counter. Can we be lucky and do something? A bad pass is not a bad pass. Dedic finds Kiergaard on the right-hand side, or on the left-hand side for them. Is he going to find himself in lots of space? He puts a cross in, but we do have a counter, a Saldania. Can you keep hold of the ball? He kind of can. Sends it to a Moinata. Beautiful pass. 1-on-1 or 1 versus 2. Can he create something? He's tiny. He misses the shot. He doesn't strike it cleanly. And I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to drop our wingbacks a bit further. I don't want to concede on the last minute. Let's change to a 4-3-3, a proper one. And maybe do another counter goal. I guess it's a, man, 92nd minute. Nothing has been created. Let's go more direct. Let's pass into space. Hopefully Moinata can create something, but I think that's it. Another draw. We're not going to lose any games today, are we? We just want to continue, and we want to draw teams. I don't know what's going on, guys. But to be fair, I can't really complain. The way we played today was absolutely atrocious. We showed nothing. I wonder if we have this thing where smaller teams are, you know, they give us more time and they counter us more. I don't know. Right, so the weather outside is still frightful, not only in real life, it's also currently hailing in Belgium. We're playing Anderlecht today. It's hailing, 2 degrees Celsius. It's going to be absolutely awful to play some nice football that we're known for. So we have played 3 games off camera in preparation for today's game against Anderlecht. So first of all, we beat Novi Pazar. Not only once, but twice. First of all was in the league, 4-2 performance, Kraso with a double, Lukovic with a goal, and Dusan Milovanovic once again on the score sheet. And for the second game against Novi Pazar in 4 days, we had to rely on a penalty shootout. Weirdly enough, again, Novi Pazar had 1 shot on target, 1 goal, and that was enough for them to equalize. Fortunately enough, we scored every single penalty kick. I think our team is good in penalty shootouts. We're not good at penalties, but for some reason we come up clutch in big games like this. And finally, Sufanat Moyanta has scored 3 goals. I told you he can do it. Yes, he did it probably against one of the weaker teams in the Serbian Super League. 7-0 result against Beograd. Bazdar on the score sheet, who got a man of the match performance, by the way. Sufanat Moyanta with a triple, Antic with a goal, Zoran Ililovic with a goal, and Christian Belic with a goal as well. And talking about that, there's actually one thing I wanted to mention to you. In the same game against Novi Pazar, look who got man of the match. Stankovic, on the right-hand side, has gotten 3 assists from the right-hand side. He's done quite well. Could we see Stankovic today on the right-hand side? I wonder. So apart from Stankovic starting at right back, there's going to be some changes in the squad. Amiri can't play because he's suspended. Basic is injured. But apart from that, we have almost a full squad available to us. Obviously, Stamenic is going to be playing at halfback because he still wants to play every single game. I'll take him off at halftime. He's probably going to be dead tired or something. But this is our squad. We're going to have Jovanovic in goal, Ilic and Markovic in the back two. In this position here, we're going to have Antic, Stamenic, and Stankovic making his, can I say, Livecom debut at right back? I'm going to. We're going to have Lukovic and Kanute in the midfield. We're going to have Kraso, Saldania, and Popovic up front. And then we're going to keep Sufanat Moyanta coming off the bench, hopefully creating some magic here. Popovic is wanted by Ajax. I think Ilic is wanted by Ajax. Markovic is wanted by Ajax. But I feel like they just went, you know what, we're just going to sign every single person. So hopefully next episode, you will not see that I sold half my team. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's jump into the game against Anderlecht. It is 2 degrees. It is hailing. Oh, wish us luck. All right. Do we recognize anyone from Anderlecht? They have Dolberg. They have Hazard, which I can only assume is Thorgan. They have Litvinov. Ooh, and they have Schmeichel. That's not a bad team. That is not a bad team. I think they're doing worse than us in the Champions League, which is something I probably should have checked, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, that's a very nice looking starting lineup. They're playing 4-4-2, which means something. I'm going to try and abuse maybe the fact that they only have 2 people in the midfield, but they do have very structured lines, which is going to be hard to break through. But apart from that, just enjoy our trip to Belgium. Hopefully we get a nice result here today. They have a free kick from the right-hand side as Drea puts a cross in. Stamenic should jump and win it, especially against Hazard. Like, the guy is not particularly the tallest. As Vertonghen is all the way on the left-hand side. He's remembering his good old days of being a left-back, I guess. I don't know. He's still in lots of space. Delaney. They are... I think that's got to be a weird kit match, isn't it? Kit clash is the right word. It's kind of hard to track. Yes, there's a bit of a difference, but it is weird. Leone's playing it out. It's kind of interesting. They've managed to play themselves out of our half, and they've played it all the way to the back. This is good old Van Gaal football, I guess. I doubt he's a manager, but he's retired, isn't he? Yeah, he has. Anyways, Delaney brings it back to the well, technically correct side, although for us it's the incorrect side, Amuzu. This is one of the longest highlights. We are breaking away, which is good. Saldania finds himself in lots of space. Another counter-attacking chance. We are becoming a counter-attacking team slowly. Puts us back in, and Popovic is unmarked in the box. No one was tracking him. That was a beautiful pass and go. Wow. I did not expect that to happen. When that cross was coming in initially from the free kick, I did not expect this. Beautiful 1-2. Saldania was running. No one was marking Popovic. That's some good sprint speed right here. And Canute was taking out the center back here. He was too focused on Canute. And Popovic shadow strikered his way into the goals. That's, yes, let's call it that. So Schmeichel is going to play it out the back. He launches it all the way forward. What can we do? Markovic, ooh, that is not a good. From the goalkeeper to a striker. Hits the post. And thankfully, we do maybe get the ball back as Dreyer pushes the ball out. And wow, that would have been a beautiful assist from Schmeichel. Did he mean that? Honestly, I don't think he did. He just hit the ball as far as possible. Markovic slightly misjudged. And Amuzu almost punished us. As we are playing from the back of our own, we're having our own attack. As Jovanovic, as a sweeper keeper, man, he is making Neuer sweat for his future. Maybe he's a future Bayern player. Who knows? Leoni. Stamenic intercepts. Look at that. Finally, Stamenic getting involved somewhere. Saldania puts a pass in. Gets stopped by Vertonghen. And now it's their attack. Amuzu plays it to Litvinov. Very much not the most entertaining sets of plays. Although we get the ball back as Antic brings it forward again. Takes a shot, and that's ambitious. Stankovic is on the ball from the right-hand side. He's going to line up a shot. Is he? Is he lining up a shot? He is lining up a shot. No one was marking him. Who was that person in front of him? There was someone there. Stankovic held the ball, stopped, reconsidered that maybe he's not left-footed, managed to let the ball roll to his right side, and whoever that was here, Delaney, should have kind of put his foot in. He forgot what was happening. He fell asleep. It's 2-0. We might get a victory for you guys. Look, we can win. We are playing once again from the back, though. Maybe we can create something. So Krasso's on the ball. Finds Stankovic on the right-hand side. Nice cross in. Yeah, we're just built different. 3-0. Hail can't stop us. Freezing weather can't stop us. And Schmeichel also can't stop us. 3-0. Back-to-back goals. How many minutes were between those two goals? I don't really know. But Stankovic puts a nice cross in. Maybe he's a solution. Maybe he's my right back. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe I should put Amiri in the ball-winning midfielder or box-to-box or somewhere like that. But it looks like Stankovic is the guy for me. That's his second game for us as a right back. And he creates so many chances. I wonder why. And Krasso is also doing okay. Good man. Ilic finds Antic on the left-hand side. Bring the ball forward. Kind of very slowly. Man, he's not that quick. But he's just so good. I don't know how that happens, Ilic. We are very calmly playing. I am on extended highlights. I am on key highlights. There's going to be a lot of highlights today. What is going on? It's only the 40th minute. Literally the opposite of last game where nothing happened. Stankovic, put a nice cross in. Get another assist. He decided to shoot, and that was a close shave. That was a close shave. And a good save as well. As we do have more highlights. Guys, please. I need a break. Let me have a break. What are you doing? Cross comes in. Ilic, Antic. Ilic, who the hell is Ilic? Saldania takes another shot, and my god, Schmeichel is doing his best to carry his team, I guess, to something. Weird. Antic once again in the corner. Can he create something? Puts in a nice little in-swinger. Markovic jumps up to get it. And this time, the ball goes over. Schmeichel couldn't do enough. Well, no, actually, Schmeichel did enough to not concede there. And that's another highlight once again. We're having one after another. Just everyone is playing the best game they are. But that means we need to make some subs at halftime because some of our players are getting tired. But I do worry that we may set complacency because if we take off Stamenic, you know, it's a bit scary. Stankovic finds himself in lots of space. I don't even know what to say anymore. So it's halftime. They've had 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 hit the post, and the second that happened, the floodgates pretty much broke. Popovic with a double, Stankovic with a single goal, Saldania with a goal, Saldania with a 10, Stankovic 9.4. We're doing good, aren't we? So with that in mind, I think Stamenic is getting quite tired. I'm going to put Vidal on, give him some time to play as well. And talking about Vidal, he's joining Penarol on the 1st of January. So we are going to get 8.k per week back. He hasn't really played that much for us. And yeah, his physicals have just gone off a cliff. I mean, fair enough. He's still a very, very good player, but we're paying a lot of money for a person who doesn't even start. So I think it's time for him to go. So it makes sense. They have a corner of their own as Hazard puts a cross in. Can we win the header? Jovanovic jumps up, gets a hand on it. The ball does go away to Dreyer, who picks it up. He's going to bring it back in. Espinoza, Litvinov. Nice little interplay from the Anderlecht boys, although they're moving the ball back once again. I will take that. But we need to kind of push them out as far as we can. Force a counterattack. Again, Delaney, they can only find the ball back. And that's a beautiful cross by Vertonghen. And Dreyer is going to get there faster. Although I would have hoped that Antic or something would have gotten there. Leone finds lots of space. Leone curls it in. Hits the post again. We're not getting the ball in the midfield as often as we did. Delaney finds himself in lots of space. And this time, Jovanovic puts a beautiful save. And now we're starting to sweat. Although it is still 4-0. We have, 40 minutes left of this game. So maybe we shouldn't panic just yet. But who knows? I've seen worse turnarounds. As Canute wins the header. And we can hopefully clear it. The highlight is still going on. Is something going to happen? Hazard finds himself in lots of space. Delaney, is he going to line up another shot? He doesn't. And yeah, this is Louis van Gaal football. They play the ball forwards and backwards quite, well, a lot is probably the right word. Amuzu finds himself in lots of space. Again, brings it from outside the box. There's a massive deflection. And Anders Dreyer gets a goal, but it looks offside. Surely. That was the weirdest deflection I've ever seen. He was in no man's land. He was like here. Unless there was one of our players in a weird position up front. And the ref disallows it. Okay, good. Are we going to see how offside he was? You know what? It wasn't that bad. I thought it would be like quite significant. But it was quite close. I mean, I was going to say it's the 70th minute. We need to start thinking about subs. We do have a highlight of our own. And now I definitely have to think of some subs. Beautiful cross from Vidal. He reminds us that, look, he still knows how to play. He's a great player. And with that, Saldania scores a second goal of the game or a third goal of the game already. I don't remember. So many goals have flown in. I don't know if that's his hat-trick. I don't know. I mean, with a 10.0 rating, it must be his hat-trick. Hang on. No, it's a double with 2 assists. Man, this guy is good. But I think it's time for me to actually make some subs. Kraso is a bit tired, so let's put Alilovic on instead. I think Simic can probably play instead of Markovic. Let him play a little bit more. Get some of that European... what's the right word? Experience. There we go. And apart from that, I shouldn't take off Saldania and Popovic. Let the race to the hat-trick continue. I think that's fine. Maybe take off Lukovic, put Bazdar instead, give him a run out, and then the last person, basically whoever scores a hat-trick comes off the pitch first, and then Moinata comes on. Let's see if we can continue scoring goals, because that would be quite nice. That will build up a very nice goal difference for us in the future. I mean, weirdly enough, time is trickling away. Saldania and Popovic are both not super tired, which is annoying because I could have subbed them, but I can't because they're not that tired. They do have a counterattack again, which is stopped by Canute. My God, they can't do anything. If I was the Anderlecht manager, this would have really pissed me off because literally nothing his team could do against us. They were unlucky. They scored offside goals. They hit the posts. And every single time they try to create something, they got stopped as the ball goes into Saldania, but it doesn't make to him. Hazard is on the ball, dispossesses Bazdar, or gets the ball before Bazdar, and Stroikens makes a huge run down the left-hand side or the right-hand side for them, blows past Antic, he doesn't care, finds himself in lots of space, decides to play back to Amuzu, who's been a thorn in our side, although he hasn't scored, and he has scored now, and in fact, he has still managed to hit the post, but it went in. Fair enough. That was a really, really good counterattack. Amuzu is a very good player. I think he's the only player that I've consistently got scared of. That should have been... Oh, he shouldn't have jumped out. Stankovic, he's still learning how to be a good right back, but he shouldn't have jumped out there. 5-1. I think it's time for me to make a sub. I think, look, when you have a 10.0 rating, I think you need to come off. I can't ask more for you. And, you might get injured and we'll be crying at the end of the season because we lost him to an ACL tear. 5-1 against Anderlecht. We are one of the better teams this year, but we do have to play Bayern Munich and Barcelona. So according to this little news article, it will take 14 points to secure playoff spots for the Champions League. So that means if we get a win and a draw against Bayern and Barcelona, we will 100% make it. We are on 10 points. We have won 2 games and we do have a good chance of making it in the Europa League, but 2 games against 2 of the bigger teams. Do I just sit and park the bus? I don't know. This is going to be a bit of a scary situation for us. Harry Kane is a top goal scorer and Ter Stegen has the most clean sheets. I think we're in trouble. We have managed to beat Anderlecht 5-1 with Soldania getting a 10.0 match rating, the perfect match score, 2 goals, 2 assists. He's just built different. Once again, Nikola Stankovic leads us to a win, which is absolutely incredible. He may be the future right back for us. If Serbia knows that that's where we play it, maybe I should so as well. And I'm really happy. We get 2.4 million for the win. We have very good finances. Okay, so in terms of where I'm going to see you next, well, the obvious solution is to see you for the Barcelona and the Bayern Munich game. I think that's probably going to be the best shout because that looks like to be the only games we have in January. So then I can go and cover some things like here's the transfer window, here's what we bought, here's what we sold, that sort of thing. And yeah, hopefully next time I get to see you, we will continue the good times. We're still unbeaten. And now that I'm thinking about it, are there any other unbeaten teams in the group? Okay, there are. Okay, Partizan, Porto, Feyenoord. Feyenoord's doing what? What the hell is going on with Feyenoord? They beat Lazio, Real Madrid, Olympiacos, Reims, and Napoli. But yeah, obviously the other 2 teams are City, and the perfect runners are Barcelona. Has anyone else done that? No. So they are looking to get the perfect season for them. Absolutely incredible. Man, how are we in a group with these people? I love it. It's so cool. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We are still unbeaten, as you can see. So smash the like button if you are proud of us. You're proud of the Partizan boys. Subscribe to my channel because you will hopefully get more unbeaten games in the Champions League. And I will see you in the next game where we're taking on Barcelona and we're taking on Bayern freaking Munich. Pray for us. Bye, guys.